Talking about Peacemaker Season 2, Episode 6, Ignorance is Chris. And guys, we finally got the big reveal in the alternate universe. I'm not going to say anything more than that. We got a major cameo as well. What could that mean going forward? And is everyone going to make it out of this alive? We're going to discuss all that and more on an all-new episode of Unbinged starting. Welcome into Unbinged, podcast about these shows and movies you love to binge. I'm Alfredo Brown, joined as always by Jagger May and Matt Kaufhammer. Guys, there's so much to talk about. Let's just get the spoiler warning first.
This is your one and only warning that we're about to spoil the shit out of the entire DCU. So sorry if you can't afford HBO Max.
One got out. We are in Naziville, USA. Honestly, I know you did, but I just feel like out of principle, why don't we let Jag have the first snap at this one, eh? Why don't just let's just prop up our fellow man for a moment here.
Thank you for not suppressing black voices. It was, to me, you just one got out. That's just hilarious. Like, just to fucking say.
What the reaction of everyone getting out and chasing her too.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Straight up, like, I've never seen anyone react to like a dog getting out of the yard. Like, cause like me, I've seen someone chase their dog and I'm like, I could help them and I'm not. Like,
Good luck with that.
Though, like they were ready to boot and rally, dog. Like, I saw running form. I was ready for someone, like
there was that one guy who was going across the screen back and forth, and like he was booking it. He looked like a T-1000. I'm shocked Adebayo was able to outrun him.
Play some linebacker, baby. Sideline to sideline. I was just like, oh my God.
Saw the footwork.
Yeah, I was just like, I wonder what his tackle form is. It's like, keep your head up, son. Look at what you're hitting. Like, I was just ready.
Oh, you know that those football teams are all offensive linemen, fullbacks, tight ends,
They're
kickers.
all fundamentals. Yep.
Yeah.
Only slot receivers.
I just think of the Veep meme when Selena Meyer walks up. She's like, what the fuck? They're all white. It's just like, that's how hardcore rolled.
Hey, so like
immediately,
dude, this is something that I've talked about before. It's like, if I show up to a place and everyone is white, I'm going to notice that shit real quick. Like, it's actually pretty easy to get uncomfortable when you walk into a room and everyone is the exact same. Harcourt clocked that so fast. Peacemaker had not noticed it for even a second, not a moment.
And dude, you guys live in South Florida. You guys got some flavor, down there. Like, I know when I went to Florida, I was uncomfortable because I live in Colorado. I'm like, wow, there's so much me. That's just like
so much me. It's like looking into a tropical mirror.
Yeah, dude. Like, for real, I went to Miami and I literally, like, I came back home. I'm like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. You just start getting scared. You literally start seeing ghosts everywhere, dog. It's funny, like, I love Chris so much, but like, homie, and we talked about this pre-show, a lot of white folks would make that mistake. Let's just be honest, guys. You would straight up make that mistake. I'm not even saying you're racist. I'm not here trying to do some critical race theory or any shit on you. You're just psychologically not predisposed to seeing that for several reasons that are not your fault. Harcourt is just good at her job. Like, she's worked in the field.
Not
and
good
like
at
supposed
lying,
to notice. Well,
yeah,
you're a good liar. Terrible
horrible liar. What's up with all these Argus agents? Because I feel like it was Economos as well. Like, they're all really bad at actually lying.
There's a reason why they're in the van, dog. They're all crash outs. That's like
Economos is just the guy in the chair.
Yeah, like, for those out there who have Apple Plus, they're the slow horses. Like, you guys are the fucking crash outs that are out there. You're under Amanda Waller. Under her thumb is the Shadow Realm, and I'm assuming that's where they go. You got special skills, but people fucking hate you for a reason.
Speaking of Shadow Realm, let's talk about this, because the line is one got out. Where are they? Like, where are we talking, since it's Nazi USA, like, or I don't even think it's USA, like, whatever it is, whatever
USSR, maybe.
Yeah, like, I don't even know. Like, whatever it's called, whatever this country is, are we talking concentration camps? Like, could they have even already captured Judo Master,
Presumably.
who, like, we didn't see at all in this episode?
Oh, yeah, true. I didn't think about that.
He's got a lot working against him, dog.
He's still wandering around that closet. I'm telling you.
You saw a little man in a green suit. And then he's already like, what are their thoughts?
Interdimensional
Knowing that
imp.
they're full Nazi, the fact that you're a little person, that's no. You gotta call that shit
one
right
strike.
away. That's one strike. Then they take the mask off him. And they're like, "What are those?" And they're looking at his eyes. Like they're straight up will freak the fuck out.
Dude, the way that the reactions were so fast. At first, when the woman is driving by and sees Adebayo walking, which, Koff, you wrote this in our notes, like, that was, I don't want to say a weird plot convenience, but just be like, man, this new
Terrible
dimension's
choice.
taking a lot out of me. I gotta go for a walk. She's going for a walk, and then Economos is just like hanging out in this house he's not supposed to be in. Like, this is not a great a group of agents here, but the way that the woman clocks out of bio, to me, it looked like your typical like pearl clutching, like I'm scared, roll up the windows, make sure the doors are locked that you see. But the way roll them up, the way David Dedman's character Keith Smith, like he slams on the brakes, he pulls a Dukes of Hazzard, just like kind of tail whips, stops, honks the horn repeatedly, and yells, "One got out."
One got out.
Absolutely nuts.
I mean, it's let's put it this way: a concentration camp. That's not even the wildest idea. Let's put it this way.
What's the wildest idea?
I'm not there yet, dog, because it hurts to think about. Like the closest thing, I was like, "Are we?" So, what would they do to
Jag,
us?
the thing is, you have to be the one to say it. Half of me can't say it, and all of Koff can't say it.
We know that someone's working. Like who's working the factories? Who's making them?
There we go.
Like,
That is where that's where my thoughts were. Right?
Yeah.
Is there's like almost
labor camps.
Yeah, there's almost a convenience of we don't have to do any of the jobs we don't want to do.
Yeah. We're doing the jobs that we do now, except we don't get paid.
Oh man. Do you think they do, and I'm not going to put this above James Gunn or below him or whatever. Do you think we end up with a Gen V or The Boys type thing where we get some sort of hyper realism to what he's doing here, where there could be a wall built up around the city perhaps, or raids of some sort? Like it's already knocking on the door.
We're kind of seeing an ice raid in action when all the white people are chasing out of bio. So
yeah, they crowdsource like we are ICE. Yeah. It's there, they're on some group shit out there.
ICE is Legion.
We are ICE.
It's a very bad Spartacus moment.
Okay, so I guess the thought process here is there's some sort of encampment or prison or something. I think it would make the most sense. They've got them in these labor camps, very similar to a concentration camp, what we were talking about there. I don't think Adebayo gets away, dude. Like, I don't think she's outrunning this whole group here unless someone comes to like save her, right? Like Eagly, and even then,
Eagly's getting thick, dog. How much sodium does Eagly consume? Like, I was like, homie's eating processed meat. Like my meathead ass, literally, I'm like, that's a lot of calories, dog. That's like a lot of sodium, homie. Yeah. There's no way Eagly could say fucking agile like eating like that, dog. That's processed, baby.
He's the prime eagle. You need whatever you want.
Check the film, dude. Check the film, man. Eagly's still putting up numbers regardless of diet. He's the Chad Ochocinco of Eagles. Like, he shows up after eating McDonald's, does his thing, and then pulls the DK Metcalf and just starts eating Skittles out the bag.
Hashtag, that's the Marshawn Lynch, baby. Hashtag built different. That's like, that's
Eagly's like, DK Metcalf eating? Was it like Sour Patch?
Candy.
Yeah, Sour Patch Kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Seahawk, like, we can't get down this rabbit hole.
No, we can't.
We gotta stay on task here. But like Eagly, you're right, he could save them. Vigilante is, what weird stuff is he gonna do with himself?
I
didn't mean there, but
okay.
He's not into that. He's not interested in that.
No,
but like,
right, yeah,
I could see.
I meant
he's grossed out by human touch.
I meant like legitimately
he's gonna get
weird.
into No, he's gonna get into like an eagle or not an eagle, an animal like fact off with himself. Trying to
D&D,
like,
his D&D
that's what I was-
group. He finally has enough people like
Oh.
him
Oh my
and
God,
his
what
mom.
if that's like the stinger at the end of the show where he's going
Him just
back and
playing
forth?
D&D with himself.
Oh wait, yeah, that'd be great. I'd love that. I
wanna
do
see the
think
eagle
I think we
facts,
saw
manta ray
it.
facts.
I think alligator facts now this episode. Vigilante
four
man on the
stomachs.
roll.
If they have crows and manta rays, he'll be set.
I think we saw a clip in the previous episode that was promoting this one, but this wasn't in it, where Vigilante is actually fighting Keith. So it wouldn't surprise me if we get both of the Vigilantes out there going to fight Keith, going to fight Blue Dragon, saving Economos, saving Adebayo, and then having to hook up with Peacemaker and Harcourt down the line.
I can see it.
I mean, yeah. It's just
I don't think there's any other options. Like, who's saving him at this point?
yeah, like, and do you think they're just gonna leave? They're just be like, "Bye, Keith, loved you. Sorry, this ended weird," and just like
Yeah.
dip out and then like shut the
No.
door. Because like to me, what are the implications of them hanging out in this universe, and why don't the
It's a different
other?
universe, so I don't think it matters. It's
I
not
guess
like
so.
a Back to the
Well-
Future situation where like people start disappearing from pictures.
Yeah,
It
like the
could
butterfly
be- it
effect.
could be-
you know?
Yeah.
Well, the real implication is now that Keith and presumably Augie or August, his full name, know that there's
Government
another
name.
dimension that's similar to theirs. There's always a possibility of conquest and conquering. So
That's
they could
the
come over and try to
implication I'm
spread
talking
the
about.
Nazi regime.
There we go.
Yeah,
Kaufman,
and it-
you connect these Nazi dots really quick, buddy. The
Well,
Kaufheimer
did you
is
see-
doing
did
some
you say
work.
my la- I was
I'm
gonna say,
giving you
did
this
say my last
fucking
name
GI
on the show?
robot look, baby. I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't help my heritage, damn it. I'm sorry.
I think, and my other thing is like, why have they never crossed the streams? Like, and maybe they just couldn't figure it out, you know? Like, why didn't he ever see the other Chris come through that door? Or whatever, or like, do they not know what that closet does? Is it only like a one-way thing? You know?
I actually, yeah. Now that I
presumably.
think about it,
Mhm.
it's what it's your Narnia wardrobe, right? Like it works when you open it, but not from the other end. Like you don't actually know. So if we only saw, like what we got in this season was that Augie didn't invent this. He got this from some other interdimensional
Yeah.
imp or creature. So,
So they
it's
wouldn't
not
even
like
know.
it's not like
Okay.
every other Augie Smith actually has one of these and understands what it's like for other dimensions. He's hearing about this for the first time. And in the promo for next week, we hear him talking to Keith, and he's like, yeah, there's something weird about our Chris. Like, he doesn't even immediately buy into the fact that these are people from a different dimension.
Yeah. Well, good thing about other Chris being a drug addict, because you're thinking like, man, maybe he found some new shit. You know, maybe
Right.
he's back. Maybe he's back on that shit. You know, that's what I would do. I got a crackhead sister. I'd be like, you know, Tandy's wilding out again. You know, I should have said that. So
I don't know what to say.
Thank God
You know what?
she's not. Thank God she doesn't listen to this
Ooh.
pod.
You know what? I'm just gonna hard pivot into our call to action, and we'll come right back to this. Hold on to that point. Because guys, right now we're gonna be giving out a $200 Amazon gift card for the best theories or comments that we get in an Apple Podcast review, preferably 5 stars. We're gonna reveal the winners of this at the premiere of It Welcome to Derry on October 27th. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube or Apple Podcast channels, Spotify as well. We're gonna be talking the rest of Peacemaker, Gen V, Task, Landman, It Welcome to Derry, Stranger Things, Fallout. We just finished Alien Earth, so you can binge that all together. Once again, you leave that review, you're gonna take a screenshot and send that over to unbingedpodcast@gmail.com. Once again, unbingedpodcast@gmail.com. All right. Goff, what were you going to say here? I know your dog has some great talking points, but what were you going to say before we got sidetracked there?
Oh no, it was just I wonder if they're gonna have any sort of connection with like, oh, Chris is acting weird and a black person escaped, and they may, instead of thinking like you said, instead of saying interdimensional, they're like, oh, he got attacked or
Traitor.
he got drugged or something.
Word's going to get around quick though, because like there was a second Harcourt as well over at Argus, and
True.
Keith already
That's the
interacted with
wrinkle.
her, and like she was a little weird as well.
I mean,
Wearing
truly,
black pants.
they have fought kaijus, so like, I don't think of them thinking interdimensional or maybe
Oh,
like some secret invasion
they
type
know
shit.
they know about the interdimensional. They mention they not only work in it because of Peacemaker's helmets, but they've also mentioned it with the interdimensional imps in the first episode when
That's
Chris was a
right.
kid.
And there's Peacemaker helmets from that. So they know about the door. Like that this is why I'm saying like
Yeah.
this is what I mean by implications, because technically the other side could come through as well. We could just get some full-blown Vandal Savage action coming through the door. Or
Thinking.
like, is there a reason why they don't cross the streams long term? Because we already see how a rift can affect the planet if you're just like loosey goosey like Lex Luthor was building some shit in a garage. That like maybe if you are hanging out in another universe, some weird shit could happen. You know, you're not supposed to be there.
That is, I mean, I think that would up the stakes. Like that would be necessary for this show, because right now the stakes are they going to make it out alive, which that's fine. Like I want our characters to make it out alive, but upping the stakes to the point that I think Rick Flag is seeing it as is we could have another interdimensional rift. We could have something happening to our dimension. Like it's not even a metahuman thing. This is just interdimensional fuckery that I don't want to have to deal with.
Yeah.
I like that.
mean,
I like
for
that it
him
would
to-
up the
for
stakes
him
for
to
the show.
pull, especially for him to go and pull Lex Luthor out of his 265-year confinement. Like obviously Rick Flag thinks this is a big deal beyond just his personal vendetta.
I don't think
I
so.
think we're
Like,
seeing evidence. I don't know, because it seems like he is concerned beyond just like Chris Smith killed my son. Because if it was that singular, I don't know. I feel like he had his chance last episode to do something about it. You let him go.
So he does mention something. Jag, I know you skipped the intros. So in the intro where they're leading into it, they said previously on Peacemaker, and Rick Flag talks about it, that good, now he thinks I'm just out for blood and vengeance. He's not going to be paying attention to what I really want, which is we need to follow him to this interdimensional thing that keeps popping up on our radar.
and I guess you're right, because it is a like literally Lex Luthor almost killed the planet, and I mean by planet I mean like the universe. So it's a problem. I'm just having such a hard time with Rick Flag because it's such a departure from the character that he was in Creature Commandos, and I know
Creature
that's like a
Commandos,
small
yeah.
thing, and I know that his son died, but he's just so not logical, just so fucking not logical, like that. It's even for a soldier, because I get the unlogical soldier where it's like, God damn it, we need to kill it. Like I get that, you know, but he's even just like, hey, I'm willing to chase this guy that's really done nothing wrong, and he was ordered to do something, and arguably he's making it worse. Does that make sense? Like Chris Smith probably wouldn't get pushed this far if Rick Flag didn't push him that far. That's why I'm having a hard time with him. Like it comes to one of those times where like, how much different is he from Amanda Waller at that point? And they were ready, like they straight up knocked her out. I think you need to do that to Homie, you know?
I'm intrigued here.
Yeah, you're probably not wrong.
You guys brought up I'm talking about Lex Luthor and Lex, this whole Rick Flag, Lex Luthor, them working together. Like, what could be the actual implications going forward for Man of Tomorrow? How does this connect to that, the next Superman movie? And one of the things that was talked about in their deal is that Lex would be transferred to a different prison. I want to make sure I get the name correct. Is it Van Kull? Van Null?
Van Kull.
No? Anyone? Van Kull? Okay, yeah. And something I was just looking up right now is that in previous iterations of it, they've used it like in the Arrowverse and Supergirl and stuff like that. But in previous iterations, there have been metahumans in it. It seems like in this one, there won't be. But in previous iterations, they've actually used prisoners for various crime-based organization syndicate stuff outside of the prison. So like there's some kind of shady dealings going on at this prison. I think that could lead to Lex Luthor being in and out of prison and almost being used on a sort of Task Force X type basis with Argus, where he's starting to then actually have to work with them. And that's something that we were wondering, how does he end up actually working with Superman and Man of Tomorrow?
Or could we,
Yeah, if he's forced by
because
Argus.
Yeah, I forget that we got to get to Man of Tomorrow because I could see that because like him dealing and working with the riffraff, like could we get that Legion of Supervillains type shit?
I would love it.
That'd be
I think
so
we're really
good.
far away from it.
Yeah, like just DC
Like
just
right now,
has so
Lex
much
doesn't,
room.
Lex doesn't even want to deal with metahumans in the same area. He brings up some bear-sized, I don't know, what did he say, lizard
Yeah.
skin that's fucking
Banging
some twink.
some,
Like,
yeah. I actually
Some
I listened to
cartoonized
that the
twink.
hardest because I was
is
like, I
that
was
is
trying
that
to think-
Killer Croc? By the
Yeah,
way?
I was thinking, who is Killer Croc fucking, and like who has cartoon eyes? I was trying to think who has like really big cartoon eyes.
I don't
I have
know.
no idea. And I don't want.
It's
Let us know in
probably
the
meant-
comments.
Yeah, it's probably meant for us to think about it hard, but if you
Yeah.
do know, yeah, I want to
Yeah.
know. So
Let us know who the twink is.
I could absolutely though see this as Lex seeing an opportunity where he's like, Argus needs my help. If I help them enough, A, they may take time off my sentence. B, it may put him in a position where he can put some nefarious plan to attack Superman from the inside again, especially if he has to work with Superman at some juncture. He'll have the opportunity to possibly double cross him, poison him, whatever. So I just see this as Lex biding his time and finding a way to surprise Superman or potentially Argus if he gets the opportunity to.
It's gonna be interesting to see how they manage to do this because, by the way, did you guys see the script and the pictures that were floating around of Man of Tomorrow, where it's got a human head brain, like a brain mapped out on there? It's got to be Brainiac. If not, James Gunn's just being a dick at this point to all of us.
yeah, I will say that I do think that I don't think he gets out. They just move him, and I think we might have the same thing where Brainiac happens and Superman just like, if I got to deal with the smartest AI in the world, I need the smartest man in the world. And then we get the classic, he's just, what is it? Like what's that fucking show with James Spader that I never would watch?
It's
Like the Blacklist,
Oh,
you know,
Blacklist.
it's like
Yeah.
it's like that, except good, you know.
Do this but better.
Did you guys enjoy this Lex Luthor cameo? Like, was it everything that you thought it would be?
liked it.
Because this episode itself was brought up as like, this is gonna be crazy.
I was surprised because like they reached higher in cameos than I thought they were going to go.
Yeah.
Like I did not expect. Like, I expect to get a lot of what we saw in season 1, which is like we could afford Jason Momoa and Ezra Miller for 4 seconds, okay, and then they like kind of gone. We actually got this feels
I think it's a
real.
whole
This
ass
feels
scene.
like. Yeah, it feels, and I mean this in a good way. It feels like the early MCU shows felt, like WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, whatever you feel about that. Like that did feel like a Marvel movie, and it didn't feel like kind of like how Daredevil originally felt. Like, okay, this clearly doesn't have Disney money, you know. Like this feels like very much inclusive. I actually watched Superman today for the first time since it's on Max. And there's just, and I mean this not even a slight to Superman. There's not a lot of fall off from like the 2 shows here. So Lex Luthor, man, it was serendipitous that I just watched Superman and he showed up today. Like it felt really fucking good. And I was surprised. We got plot movement. This was everything I needed like the last 2 episodes.
And it wasn't, I like that it wasn't a watered down version. Like we got the ego, we got him literally dripping
We
with
got him turned
sarcasm
up.
when he gives the line. Yeah, like we got him angry, and I liked that they weren't pulling punches with this cameo. It wasn't like you said season 1 where it was 4 seconds and a passing joke. Like this is a full scene that we can sink our teeth into and actually speculate, what does this mean for the future of the DCU, and what does it mean for the character's future? How is he going to get out of prison? Is it going to be an escape after he goes to a different prison where there's no metahumans, so the security presumably is going to be lesser? Or is it going to be him being duplicitous and creating a situation where he is needed and they have to bring him in?
I want more of this, Lex. Like, I want more of him
Yes.
doing these one-on-ones. Like, I want to hear him talk like this. I want to hear him act like this, not addressing a floor of his like cronies, not
Goons.
him having to like be mad at Superman and a little overzealous in the way he's speaking. Like, this was the perfect tone. This, as he was speaking, it reminded me a lot of Lex Luthor from the Justice League animated series and the Superman animated series. And it was just like, there was a calmness, yet like still just I can't pinpoint the word, but it was perfect.
Menace.
It really was. It was
He
perfect.
was still menacing.
Yeah. Yeah, I was about to say, like, this was, I don't know what I could say. It was like Hannibal Lecter, you know, where you come in here and he's just like, let's not waste time, you know, like the way he controlled it. He's like, you're not going to out
He
negotiate.
pulled the Michael Scott. He's like, we reject your first offer. What is your last offer?
Yeah. Totally did, dude. That's fucking funny. Good pull. Oh man.
Guys, we've been wanting more Vigilante in the show. Now we've got 2 Vigilantes. Very exciting. We got alligator facts. We got Pokemon talk, which I didn't think that would be in the U.S. But
How
I
much did
guess
they
it's
pay for it? I know how Nintendo works. I can see that. Just for even mentioning it, they're like, what's in your wallet?
Sir, they mentioned Spider-Man. They said Spider-Man meme when they pointed at each other.
He's canon.
It was a lot.
Discussing Film tweeted that. They're like, Spider-Man is canon in the DCU. I'm like, okay, guys, you needed something to tweet, did you?
Yeah, right. Yeah. So in this universe, we find out that Vigilante is not friends with Chris Smith. He, and in fact, hates Peacemaker and what the top trio stands for. He's the arch nemesis. He's actually in the Sons of Liberty. I kind of wish they had made him the leader of the Sons of Liberty, you know, like someone that could really hold his own. I think that's going to be very interesting to find out who is the leader of the Sons of Liberty. What if it is Clark Kent? What if it is Superman as the leader of the Sons of Liberty?
To me, it's not off the
Amanda
table
Waller.
now. Yeah, like
What if it's Amanda
the fact
Waller?
that they got Lex Luthor, no cameos off the table, and I love that.
Well,
now. Like,
so
now I can
if-
dream big. You know?
If I saw this correctly, they were filming Superman and Peacemaker around the same time. Like, there was a little bit
Yeah,
of crossover
Economist
where they visited each
the
other
set.
on sets and things like that. And like, there's pictures of Adebayo's character with David Corn's Sweat as well. Like, they've been kind of back and forth. It would not shock me.
I'm here for it, dog. I'm here for it.
I also want to see Bloodsport, but that's another thing.
That'd be cool.
James Gunn said he's working on it. I'm like, I know you are, dog. You know we
Good.
want it.
Good.
Like I'm here I'll wait on it. Give me more cool black guys. I'll take it.
Yeah, this wasn't the episode for that.
Yeah.
But with Vigilante, with him being part of the Sons of Liberty, there's 2 of them. Obviously, doesn't like this Peacemaker, but if our Adrian is able to talk to him about like, no, my Chris is here. He's actually a good guy. He's like us. How much are we going to see of this other Vigilante? Like, is he the one that possibly can go around helping them kill some of these other characters that
I
presented
think
the
this
biggest
is another
harm?
problem.
That's what I'm thinking. He's gonna call in the Sons of Liberty, and even though they're bumbling, they're gonna be at least a distraction to help like Adebayo escape.
I guess that's fair. Vigilante is like he's a double-edged sword for real, or he's like a gun that you've got. You could shoot someone else, or you could shoot yourself. That's how I feel it. Like he's like that kind of special weapon.
Plaxico Burris.
Yeah, dude, he's Plaxico Burris. Like, I mean that in every way. He could win you a Super Bowl, and he
But
could
he
shoot
also might
himself.
shoot himself in the club. Yep.
Yeah, and then end it all right then, like in that career. Like,
Sorry, wait, his basement? Can we talk about this?
oh,
He's sitting
No,
on
with the
millions of
drugs,
dollars.
the money.
He's
Oh
like,
my
So
that's
he's
blood
got the
money.
He's got the
When
blood
they
money,
started stuffing
the drugs.
they started stuffing the money in their clothes. I was like, "Yep, totally."
I have
The
no
Beanie
shame.
Babies.
I have zero shame. If I stumbled across
The market's coming
if
back.
the market by bounce back, he's got actual money and drugs, and he's invested in Beanie Babies. That's just like fucking
it so
insane
much.
to me, dog.
Amazing.
I wonder if he's got the Princess Di collectible.
Easily, no. He's got 14 ostriches instead. Because they're the cutest.
Stretch. He's the cutest one, man. God, I love Vigilante, man. Okay, so who do we think makes it out of this dimension? Who do we think makes it out alive? Because right now, I'm sure there are a lot of theories floating around. Someone's not making it. And is it Adebayo that's not making it? Is it Judo Master that's not making it? Is it actually someone else who's not a person of color? Is it Economos? Like right now, he's got a knife through his hand and he's pinned to the ground.
I think Economist may be not long for this world.
I need somebody to die. And I don't mean that as like a sicko. It's just, I like realism a little bit. Like, I'm asking a James Gunn movie to be realistic, okay? But I'm just saying, like, realistic in the fact that, like, somebody's got to die. You know, someone's not going
to... Who's your top three candidates? Who's your top three candidates that you think is going to die? I think it's either Judo Master, Economos, or I hope, God forbid, I hope it's not Eagly.
No, I got you. It's going to be, well, Judo Master, I think, is dying. It's just enough of a tertiary character. Yeah. And I don't think there's any more story there. I think it's going to be Vigilante from this alternate dimension. Because then we as viewers get to feel what it's like to lose a Vigilante but not lose ours. I actually don't think James Gunn is going to do the thing where he kills one of our main characters. I don't think he's there yet.
What if our Vigilante dies and then the other Vigilante is like,
oh, I like that.
He's like, I want to go to this other universe.
But he goes to the other universe and he finds that his dad's gay and his dad's gone. But he has no problem with the blood money.
I mean,
yeah, because he didn't have any.
They could fund Checkmate. I'm trying. It's never gonna happen. But I'm
just really want Checkmate to happen. You're just pushing for that agenda.
It's fetch, dog. It might happen.
I could absolutely see this being a beer fest situation where Landfill dies and they replace him with his older brother Landfill. Taught him everything he knows.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude! They were on a run for a minute. Broken Lizard. They had some really good movies.
One of the best ones.
Coming out with another Super Trooper.
Slam and Salmon. If you've worked in a restaurant, it is funny. It's fucking hilarious, dog. I think it's their best one. Yeah. Because it actually feels like a restaurant.
I like Dread Island, the one they did on the Murder Island. It was like a spoof of Scooby Doo. It's fun.
Say no more.
It's fun.
Say less, fam. Way to bring it back to James Gunn, Koff. Good job. Mm-hmm. Yeah, look at you.
Good transition. Did you know that James Gunn directed both Scooby-Doos?
Yeah, both Scooby-Doos.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We know a lot of James Gunn facts here. Ask us anything.
Ask us anything. 5.6 on IMDb. I think that's criminally underrated.
That is super low. It's so much better.
Ridiculous. Also,
I actually pulled that out of my ass. Let me see.
James Gunn has always been casting baddies in every single one of his movies.
Linda Cardellini as fucking Velma.
Yeah,
that's like, Velma. Yeah, dude.
See, this is what happens when Sam's not here. When Samantha's not here, like we just turn into horny dudes talking about comic book shit, and that's not good.
I actually think I was right, and the score went down. It's 5.4. Like I said, I pulled that out of my ass. Horrifying. I was like, that's a TISM power. I'm pretty sure that number's real. It's 5.4.
It's so much better. I think it's on HBO. If you've never seen it, go watch Scooby-Doo by James.
That might be what I watched. Thank you. And that's where we end today's show.
Yeah, I think that's where we end today, talking about Scooby-Doo. Guys, we're going to be back again next week for the penultimate episode of Peacemaker Season 2. We only got 2 episodes left. Curious to see where this all goes, what other cameos we might get. But every Friday, we're going to have this video up on YouTube. So if you want to get the episode early, head on over to YouTube. And then every Monday, the podcast will be up on Apple and Spotify. So make sure you're subscribed to the show. Like I mentioned before, we are talking about a bunch of different shows. We just finished Alien Earth. We got Gen V, Task, Landman coming up as well. Welcome to Derry, Stranger Things, Fallout. Guys, I'm watching Marvel Zombies. It's good. I didn't expect it to be that good. I'm 2 episodes in, so it might just take a really sharp left turn and be ass. I don't know. But so far, decent. As always, want to thank everybody for watching and listening all the way through to the show. For myself, for Koff, for Jag. Sorry, let me do that again because Jag goes first. For Jag and the other people on this show, we'll see you next time. Adios.